Good day everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this session, we will explore a unique set of challenges of AI in digital business, namely ethical, legal, and social, providing a comprehensive overview of what business need to be aware of to navigate this complex landscape. My name is Gunggu, and welcome to channel Gunggu Learning. Now, let's begin with ethics. One of the primary ethical concerns for AI in digital business is algorithmic bias. AI systems can sometimes generate unfair outcomes, and this often stems from the data they're trained on. Now, if this data doesn't accurately represent the diversity of the population, or if it reflects existing societal prejudices, the AI will likely perform poorly or unfairly on certain groups. We see this bias manifest in various ways. For example, AI-driven systems might implement discriminatory pricing for loan applications, offering less favorable terms to individuals from certain demographic groups. Other than that, biased recommendations on e-commerce platform can also create what we call the filter bubbles, limiting users' exposure to diverse product or viewpoints. AI-powered resume screening tools have been shown to also yield unfair outcomes in hiring, potentially overlooking qualified candidates from underrepresented groups. The implications of this are profound. Algorithmic bias can erode fairness and equity, resulting in social injustice and the marginalization of communities. Imagine a facial recognition system that is less accurate in identifying individuals with darker skin tones. This is a real-world example of bias leading to unfair outcomes, and it's critical to understand that AI bias isn't just a technical glitch. It often mirrors and perhaps amplifies existing societal inequalities. Another key ethical challenge is transparency and explainability. Transparency refers to our ability to users and stakeholders to understand how AI systems function and arrive at decisions, while explainability is the capacity of these systems to provide clear and interpretable reasons for their outputs. These are crucial for building trust, ensuring accountability, and complying with regulations. However, many advanced AI systems, particularly complex models like deep learning algorithms, operate in ways that are difficult for humans to fully comprehend. They are often called black box models. This lack of transparency can make it hard to identify and correct errors or biases. This is where explainable AI or XAI comes in. It involves developing techniques to make AI decision-making processes more understandable. Organizations must weigh the trade-off that often exists between a model's accuracy and its interpretability, especially in ethically sensitive applications, such as in healthcare AI, where understanding a diagnosis is paramount. The increasing autonomy of AI systems also raises the challenge of accountability. When AI systems make mistakes or cause harm, who is responsible? For instance, in a self-driving car causes an accident. Is it the developer, the manufacturer, or the owners? Developers, deployers, users' fault. Establishing robust accountability frameworks is essential to address these complexities. Furthermore, the reliance on vast amount of personal data for AI systems raises significant privacy concerns. This includes issues like lack of informed consent, especially when data is obtained through scraping or inferences. There's also the potential for misuse or unauthorized access to sensitive information like personal health records. The effectiveness of anonymization techniques is also a concern. It's crucial to adhere to data ethics principles respecting users' privacy, ensuring fairness, maintaining transparency and security, and establish accountability for data handling practices. And finally, we must also consider AI's impact on human autonomy and dignity. AI-driven personalization, while convenient, can also raise concerns about the user's autonomy. For example, personalized news feeds might limit individuals' exposure to diverse viewpoints and creating thus filter bubbles. It's ethically imperative to ensure that AI empowers human capabilities rather than diminishing them, and that AI in decision-making process, such as in hiring or lending, is used fairly. Okay, now, the second part. Moving on to legal challenges. Let's first consider intellectual property rights. Copyright law faces questions about AI-generated content. If an AI creates a piece of music or art, who owns the copyright? Traditional copyright laws often stipulate that copyright protection is contingent upon human authorship. Similarly, patent law is challenged by AI-generated inventions, as current law in many jurisdictions often require a natural person, actual person, to be named as an inventor. Another significant legal challenge involves liability for AI-related harms. As AI systems become more autonomous, determining responsibility for their errors or harms becomes increasingly complex. For example, if a surgical robot malfunctions during an operation, who is liable? Is it the hospital, the manufacturer, or the software developer? Traditional legal frameworks for liability, often based on negligence or intent, may not be readily applicable for situations where AI systems make errors or cause harm. The regulatory landscape for AI is rapidly evolving. The European Union's AI Act is a comprehensive framework taking a risk-based approach by categorizing AI systems based on their potential to cause harm. While in the United States, the approach is kind of like more fragmented, characterized by ongoing policy discussion. So kind of like wait and see, probably similar like in Indonesia. On the other hand, China also has proactive AI regulations with a focus on national security and data control, including regulations governing generative AI. Now, navigating this diverse and rapidly evolving landscape presents a significant challenge for businesses operating across different jurisdictions. Data protection and privacy laws like the GDPR or General Data Protection Regulation in Europe and the California Consumer Privacy Act CCPA 1 in the US, or probably in Indonesia we have the electronic transaction rules, also have significant implications. These regulations govern the collection, processing, and storage of personal data, requiring consent, data minimization, and propose limitations. They also grant individuals specific rights regarding their personal data. Now, complying with these regulations, especially the requirement for transparency of algorithms and providing a right to explanation for automated decision, can be particularly difficult with complex AI models. Okay, so that's the second part. Now let's take a look at the third part, which is the social challenges. AI-driven automation raises concern about job displacement and job polarization. For example, the automation of customer service roles or automation of manufacturing tasks could lead to job losses in those sectors. There is a recognized need for workforce retraining and upskilling to equip workers with the skills necessary to adapt to the evolving demand of an AI-driven economy. AI may also exacerbate social inequalities, perpetuating biases in areas like hiring and lending, and widening the digital divide, where marginalized communities lack access to technology and AI literacy, especially probably AI literacy. Public perception, trust, and acceptance of AI are critical. Concerns about bias, privacy violation, such as data breaches, and potential job displacement can hinder AI adoption. Building trust requires promoting transparency, ensuring accountability, actively addressing algorithmic bias, and engaging in public education. For example, public trust in AI in healthcare is often higher than its use in human resources. Additionally, AI's ability to generate misinformation and deepfakes poses a threat to online information integrity, potentially influencing elections or damaging reputations. Finally, the increasing reliance on AI may impact social interaction and community, potentially diminishing human connections and leading to social isolations. Now, to be concluded, the integration of AI into digital business presents a very complex web of ethical, legal, and social challenges. Addressing these challenges requires a collaborative effort from businesses, policymakers, and researchers. By prioritizing ethical considerations, developing robust legal frameworks, and fostering social responsibility, we can navigate these challenges and harness the transformative potential of AI for good. Okay, I think that is that we can discuss in this session. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you very much. Good day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.